What's up everybody, and welcome to this video where I will be finally announcing the big news that I told you about in a previous video. I actually announced it in the welcome back video, if you still remember that, like a few weeks ago. No, I didn't win the lottery, and no, my wife isn't pregnant. It's actually something way bigger. I upgraded my computer. Well, all jokes aside, I did finally upgrade my computer. The reason is mainly that when I was editing the US video and also previous videos, I really got annoyed with the speed of my previous computer. So with the release of the Ryzen 3rd gen processors and the very good value to performance, I thought that it's finally time to do it. Of course, upgrading the CPU also meant that I had to upgrade the mainboard because I was running an Intel CPU before, which on the other hand also meant that I had to upgrade the RAM because before I was running DDR3 RAM and now I'm running DDR4 RAM. And because this is a more modern mainboard, I also took the chance to buy an M.2 NVMe SSD drive. Of course, this all might sound like a lot of gibberish to you, but it basically means that thanks to the CPU that has double the cores that it had before, I can render everything faster in Premiere Pro. And because now I'm using an M.2 drive with very high read and write speeds, I can also access the files way faster. And while before I had to play everything at 1/4 resolution, but even then it stuttered, now I can play everything at full resolution without any stuttering. Applying any kind of effects doesn't really cause any stress on the system. And Premiere Pro also seems to be crashing way less than it did before. I mean, before I had times where I opened it, I did something and it crashed. Then I reopened it again, did the same thing and it crashed again because actually I don't know why it was, but at least now it's way more stable and also way faster. I guess that's also a reason why I stopped editing back in summer. I really got annoyed by the speed of everything. I did a Cinebench test of the old CPU and the new CPU just to compare how much impact is of the new processor, and well, as you can see, it's pretty big. But I also have to mention that the new CPU doesn't have any effect on gaming. Because I'm using a high resolution screen, all the games are pretty much limited by the graphics card instead of the CPU. So to get a big benefit in gaming also from the new CPU, I'd have to buy a graphics card, which is at least $800. And I wasn't ready to spend that money. Maybe as soon as Red Dead Redemption 2 is released on the PC. Shh, don't tell my wife. Upgrading the main parts of the PC also gave me the chance to fix the cable management. I mean, it looked horrible before. As you can see here, cables running around everywhere in the front of the computer, and considering that I'm using a case with a window on the side, it's really stupid to have bad cable management. I mean, if you want to be able to look into the computer, at least it should look clean, shouldn't it? And I did record myself upgrading the computer so you can see it. Enjoy. And I already apologize for the flickering that you will be seeing from now on. Here you can see how the room looked while I was upgrading the computer. You actually see the old mainboard with the old fan and the old CPU and the old RAMs in the back, and in the front you see the new CPU with the new fan and new everything that I bought. Of course, before putting everything inside the case, I left it outside just to make sure that everything worked and also to do the BIOS update. It's always a good idea to test everything before putting everything into the case and spending much time on cable management. So this is how I'm setting up my new computer. Well, I'm setting up the BIOS while my wife is doing her job, her McDonald's stuffed thingy bob. This is how the back of the case should look when you are actually thinking about cable management. You should be routing everything through the back. And voila, the finished build. And as you can see, the cable management is way more elegant. But of course, having great cable management in the front means that the back becomes a horrible mess. But who cares, because you don't see it. But yeah, I guess that's it for this video. I only wanted to update you on the upgrade of my computer, which will also be helping me on making future videos a little bit faster, or at least it will help me not to lose patience when editing videos. Alright, thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye!